What's up? What's going on, guys? Let's see here. Wild Man 307, Crushing the Liars. Okay. Living Minnesota Outdoors. After 5 Outdoors. Sorry, man, I can't take the wife. I can't stay. I took the wife out. Okay. Midwest Duck Slayer, what's going on? Long time no see, buddy. Joe Morgan, what's happening? Can everybody hear me? I hope everybody can hear me. Half Pace Outdoors, how you doing? M&K Outdoors. Can everybody hear me okay? How you want to watch Rocky movies? Good, you heard it. All right, well, tonight was a push to 500, and guess what? When I came in, I have 500. At least that's what the studio says. 500. Thanks, M&K. I appreciate it. And we're going to keep going now. It's not we're stopping here. We are going to keep going, but I wanted to get it. That was my big goal, and I have made it. Oh, what a day. What a day. My beard's going all nuts. Y'all want to hear something crazy? Unpaved Explorer, how you doing? Y'all want to hear something crazy? Yes, I did weigh in today. January 18th, 2021. If you can read that, 280. I lost 2 pounds. Got a total of 7 miles walked in last night. Awesome, M&K. Awesome. Just a stepping stone. That's right. But I had to get that. I had to get step on that stone. This is awesome. So I'm celebrating losing 8 pounds in less than 2 weeks with a glass of sweet tea. You think you found it? I'm down 3.9 total for 2 weeks. Awesome, dude. Awesome. So, all right. So the big deal today was to hit 500, which I got. Now I need some more just to take me over the top, and I'll be a happy camper. But went ahead and asked because M&K asked me the question. Hey Matt, my dad said we get cinnamon teal here. Okay, tell your dad next year you come see me, I come see you. I'm after cinnamon teal and you want a summer duck. So we'll meet. Even if we got to meet somewhere in the middle. But the weight started off at 288. I'm down to 280 now. Walked 7 miles last week, and I started today walking 2 miles a day. So from now on, I'll be walking 2 miles every day instead of one. Yep. So let's see what else is going on. Joe Morgan, I was a big 400 stopping drinking and I shrank. Yep. What is Daffy Duck and Donald Duck? Huh? Unpaid Explorer, what is Daffy Duck and Donald Duck? What is that? Anyway, so let's see. I went hunting this morning, and I'm telling you, we are dried up. There are very, very few ducks here. I know they're funny cartoons, but the ducks, I don't know what's going on. We've had some really good weather here, really cool, cold weather for us anyway, and we're just not seeing them. The summer ducks or wood ducks, if you want to call them, they they've been shot up, and what resident birds we have are already gone. They've already headed south. Type of duck joke. Okay. Oh, what? Okay, what is Daffy Duck? Daffy Duck is a um, black duck or black mallard, I would assume, and Donald Duck is a farmhouse goose. In the house now. Hope everything is good. Dukes, how you doing? Dukes, I just hit 500, brother. Just hit 500. So I'm a happy camper. Um, so I don't know what we're going to be doing here. As far as the duck situation, we still got about a week and a half. And then I got 2 days in February that I can hunt for the Veterans Day hunts. I'm hoping something gets pushed down next week. I really am. Next day I can hunt. Bink no bunch. Hey Tom, how you doing? Bink no bunch, how you doing? Thanks, thanks Jay. Thanks Tom. But I don't know what we're gonna do as far as the ducks. It is absolutely crazy. I was really expecting to see a lot of ducks today, and we didn't see squat. Went out with a group of guys, friends of mine. There was 4 of us total, and only one duck. We only shot one duck. I only shot one time, and I didn't hit what I was shooting at. And one duck died. That was it. That was it. It is crazy. I still think they're still up north. I really do. I don't think that the what little weather we've had has pushed them down. You guys that are around Pennsylvania, we get a lot of our ducks from that Lake Erie area, and my understanding is not even froze up yet. So you saw peregrine falcons. Wow, that'd been cool to watch. We have very few geese and no ducks here. Yeah, wow, man, it's crazy. I don't know what's going on. Shiner, what's going on, buddy? Rob, how them manatees doing? Yeah, actually, I do unpaved. Um, we've had mild winters, and we need cold weather up north. The winds and everything were coming out of the west, like Dukes was saying, and that's the only thing that's going to push ducks down. That was fun. I bet it was. Yeah, Joe, I think you would. Uh-oh, got another Facebook prisoner. You gonna go swim with them? Every now and then, Rob, we see them up here. I know some guys on the coast see them on occasion, and on occasion we see them as well. On occasion, they're pretty cool. I have personally never seen one in South Carolina, but I have been to Florida and seen them. Ugh. All right, we got 13 in the house. Hope everybody's hitting that thumbs up for me. I would appreciate it. I need to get a beard trim. I'll tell you something funny. A little while ago, before I came in here, wife came home from work. I gave her a big kiss, and undoubtedly I had some water or something on my top of my lip, on my mustache, and it kind of grossed her out a little bit. And she kind of looked at me and said, kissing you with a wet mustache is like kissing a wet squirrel butt. Yeah, it even got the decoys out this year. Wow. Oh goodness. Yeah, just like an old squirrel. Your face looks like an old squirrel that just sat in the mud and just puckered up. Tom gets the same thing. Oh goodness. Let's see here. What else is going on, guys? What are y'all up to? Uh, yeah, I don't know if Parlo's going to make a comeback, Rob. I got a sneaking feeling. Uh, I just got this feeling, man. I just don't think they're going to do it. I don't know, Joe. She's pretty funny at times like that. I could probably ask her. She probably wouldn't get mad. She just fuss a little bit. Oh, Tom just got editing some videos. Parlor came back online today. Really? Wow. Okay. I guess they won the lawsuit or was overturned by the judge. We'll do it, Jay. If I don't look at it tonight, I will definitely look at it tomorrow morning. Yeah, Tom, I wish I could be editing some videos, but I haven't been able to get any. My last 3 trips, nothing. Not a thing. I like to have something. At least me shooting and missing. I mean, I'm not even doing that. I'm not even shooting. But that's pretty much. I mean, I'm either working or I'm trying to shoot a duck or trying to find a duck right now. I mean, it's just been tough. I do know some guys are shooting a handful here and there, but they got a galler that I forgot I had good for shorts. Yeah, I may have to do some shorts. I do have a couple videos in queue right now that I can put out. No, I did not get my freezer filled, not one bit. Every duck I shot this year so far, I've eaten usually that night. That's how bad it's been. I mean, if it hadn't been one thing, it's another. I had a couple of trips that I wanted to take out of state. They got canceled. Usually at the last minute. I was supposed to be in Mississippi this week, and it got canceled. I really wanted to hit that Mississippi. I was supposed to be hunting today, tomorrow, and Wednesday, but it just wasn't doing it. It just got canceled. That's all I can tell you right now. Try squirrels or other birds. Well, there's no other birds to shoot. Most everything is closed up. Duck season's in. Quail season's in, but I don't own any bird dogs to go hunt them. And they're very few and far between around here. Our bob white quail population is not doing too well. So unless Claude Ortega, how you doing? Welcome. Your name Jokerberg, I'm sorry. Huh? As far as squirrels go, Joe, I do not eat squirrels, therefore I do not shoot them. I don't shoot squirrels or rabbits because I don't eat them. Yeah, Joe, but if I'm gonna shoot clays, I'm gonna do it out of the season. For the fact is, if I'm gonna do a video on hunting, I'd rather be trying to find the ducks and scouting and whatnot. But that's gonna be coming soon. I promise you that. We're working on that right now. Mark J. Larson, how you doing? The dog thinks he's abused because he has not been out. Yeah. Mine does the same thing, but she's 11 years old. She's 11 years old, so I've kind of retired her a while, man. Yeah, Joe, I understand. I got you, man. Just trying to come up with some ideas. I appreciate it. Don't get me wrong. But I got a week and a half of the duck season. Ends the 31st. Then I got 2 days, like I said, in February, and I am going to be chasing whatever, or chasing ducks. Yeah, Dukes. I just I ate so many when I was a kid growing up that I can't eat them anymore. Eating fried venison cube steak. Ooh, I did that I did that last week. Unpaid Explorer, do I go out for geese? Well, in the area that I am the in the immediate area, our goose season is closed. They won't let us hunt, and then to go and find geese, um, you know, it takes a lot of time and a lot of effort, and I don't have the time. I have the effort. I can do the effort. That's not a problem. But I just don't have the time to go scouting for geese because I'm either at work or I'm duck hunting, and then I scout right after I finish duck hunting. So for ducks, and we don't. And most of our geese are resident geese. Um, so trying to pattern them is almost next. I'm not saying it's impossible, but you got to really get lucky. Really get lucky on them. Oh goodness. Looks like everybody's in there talking to each other. Cool. Cool beans. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. Oh, what's up, Ben? Where you at? Where you at? Where'd you go? Yeah, I got you. Hey, thanks a lot, Rob. Appreciate it. Yeah, I hit 500 right as I was coming on. Yeah, I thought that was cool. I met a subscriber today at their landing at the boat ramp this morning, which I thought was pretty cool. We sat there and talked for quite a little bit. I'm assuming that's you, Ben Gator Roof. Um, did y'all say hey to Ben for me? Met him like I said, at the boat ramp today after the hunt, and we must have talked for I don't know, a couple 3 hours, I think. Uh, Jay, tell the kids that I said hello. Yep, that's you. Yep, great guy, man. I enjoyed meeting you. Backwoods Barbarian, how you doing, buddy? And thank you so much. That's right, 500. Yes, and I got it before I even started the live streams, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I'm gonna tell you something, guys. I don't know if it's happened to y'all yet, and if it has, the ones that have the YouTube channels, post it up. Post it up here in the comments. I like to hear it. But I have met quite a few of my subscribers at the landings that I go to, and I'm telling you, it's a very humbling experience. It really is. Dukes, Andrew took the Go Devil to Clemson. I'm old school until the end of the high tide of 30 Yama. Okay. Water's going down in the swamp. I can tell you that much. I can tell you that much. Last week I was in water I could not wade, and today I drugged a boat. So I can't go to the baseball field without seeing subscribers. It's fun. Not sure how to take it yet. How do I feel about these next weeks? Well, I'll tell you how I feel about it. I got a week and a half of duck season left. That's how I feel about it. Seriously. I mean, there's really nothing, and I don't want to get too political on here. One of the things I try to stay away from on this, but um, it's I just don't think about it anymore, man. I've had enough. I'm just concentrating on this YouTube channel, work, and trying to kill a duck right now. John Alexander, how you doing, sir? Thank you. Welcome to the channel. I'm in the middle of the state. You're in Greenwood. I'm on the other side of Columbia, little town called Sumter. Yes, water is finally going down, Dukes. I do believe that I should have went. What I should have done was paid attention to the water levels before I left this morning, and I should have went up to our spot that we got up off the river, but I wasn't thinking. John, you a duck hunter? John Alexander, you a duck hunter? I have literally not watched or I have not watched the news in probably 4 days now, and I have not even turned the radio on to listen to it. You can walk on water now. You live and breathe it. All right, I like that. How y'all doing up there on y'all season? Y'all doing any good up in the upstate? Don't give out any places. Just say yes or no. Uh, do I get more in the marshes, rivers, or open water? Unpaved explorer. I love to hunt the swamps. I like to lean up against a tree when I can when the water's low enough. Um, I'm an old swamp rat from gone way back. I just like going um, up in a swamp, and I've hunted some open water this year, some open marshes, and it's just not. Usually, when you hunt in open water or these open marshes, you got to deal with a lot of people because they're easy to access. And getting into the swamps and stuff, um, you can kind of get away from people, and that's what I prefer to do. Had a few, Rob. I've had a few people recognize me in that old blue bass boat ramp before I put the. Yeah, John Alexander, we take what we get. I've had worse. Yeah, last year. Now I'll tell you straight up. Last year was my worst season in 48 years. It was terrible. Feel God, how you doing? Um, yeah, I tell you what, Cody was trimming some trees when he was up here. That's he was a tree trimmer. Welcome in, Feel God. I really appreciate you coming in. You go out for crow. No, I do not. I don't eat crow, therefore I don't shoot 'em. If I'll tell y'all guys, if I don't eat it, I do not hunt it. Trees are cheaper to mount. Trees are cheaper to mount. That's funny. Yeah, well, man, somebody posted it earlier, and I'll just reiterate it. You're going places, young man. You are definitely going to be going places. What's my next goal? Okay, my next goal is well, it's 1,000. I'm going to be after 1,000 and get my watch time up. That's what I'm going to be doing here. Well, I tell you what, this beard's about to drive me crazy tonight. I had it all slicked down and all looking nice. Now it looks like a ragged squirrel tail. Rob, do you? I mean, do you have a hard time with it at all when people come up to you? I've been. I mean, I just get humbled, man. It's kind of crazy. Anybody who's ever met me knows that I'm pretty easy to talk to. At least I try to be, and I'll talk to anybody, especially when it comes to ducks and duck hunting. But I still get humbled. I get really humbled when people come up to me and recognize me, or what have you. Everyone's been real nice. Yeah, it is something else. It's kind of weird in ways. Claude Ortega, if I didn't say hey to you earlier, I'm sorry. Well, welcome to the channel. I'm living proof, and you're living proof there. But Dustin Hancock, you've been hunting anymore since I saw you? Yeah, I've been hunting 2 or 3 times. Hey, Dustin, how you doing? Welcome. Yeah, I've been hunting. Um, Off and on. I mean, I do have to work even without the Santa Claus jacket. Yeah, even without the Santa Claus jacket. Yeah. But I've been hunting a little bit. I mean, I have to, of course, like everybody else, I got to work. I wish I didn't, but I do. So if anybody wants to drop a couple mil in my checking account, that'd be great. I can just duck hunt and put out videos. But it's been real slow, Dustin. I mean, real slow. It seems like the beginning of the year was like always. It's fast and furious, and then once it gets into January and the resident birds start leaving out, they're gone. Jeff Jackson, howdy. How are you? Welcome. If y'all haven't already, do me a big favor and hit that thumbs up button. It would be greatly appreciated. You couldn't handle YouTube kind of crazy. Yeah, they get kind of crazy every now and then. Buckeye hunting and fishing. Welcome. Do we get many divers? Yeah, we get some divers down here. A lot of ringnecks. A lot of ringnecks. So Daddy Duck 2024 makes South Carolina public lands. Hang on. There you go, John. Make ducks migrate again. So, let's see here. We like I said, we do get some divers in here. We get some a lot of ringnecks. We get some canvasbacks and bluebills and redheads. I mean, we get them. They're just not coming. They just haven't got here. I mean, there's some on the coast. I will tell you that there are some on the coast, but where I'm at, nothing's come in yet. And yeah, a lot of Facebook people, I do the same thing. I don't tell people where I hunt. I don't give out landings or boat landings. I'm in a swamp. Okay. Now I know that some of the locals are going to notice that certain tree, and that's fine. I mean, there's nothing you can do about that. But I do not give out where I'm hunting and what area I'm hunting. It's just usually the swamp. I got this. Yeah, not to get too political, and I don't want to get political, but you know what? We need another bearded president. Let's just face that fact. We need another president who's got a beard and wears camo. Ruddy ducks. Yeah, we do get ruddy ducks here too on occasion. Um, and they're just I try not to shoot them because they ain't fit to eat. But sometimes you got to scratch one down, just put something in your bag. Now, Cody, I didn't blindfold you. I just drove real fast through the mossy oak trees. That way you just kept your head down. Tom, he doesn't have a beard. He's got stubble. We need a bearded man, like me and you, beards. But no, I didn't wait Cody to wear a blindfold. Come on, man. Like I said, how about that? Come on, man. Y'all figure where I got that from. No, I just went so fast through those trees, it kept your head down. Maybe it was a strength. Hey, most people who come to the South, they gain 10 pounds. You came down here and lost 10 pounds. Jeff Jackson, where are you from, man? The reason I ask is a good friend of mine is named Jeff Jackson here in my hometown. I didn't run him into that tree. The duck we were trying to retrieve was in front of the tree. But yeah, I did. But yeah, I did. Southwestern PA. Okay. I'm going to switch over to the phone because it will not stop buffering. Okay. How's the ducks doing up there, man? Are y'all still got plenty? Up there in Pennsylvania? There's a bunch of yeah, there is. I appreciate it, Tom. Yeah, I thought about that shiner, but you know, Dustin, I'm trying to remember, man. Help me out a little bit. If I have actually met so many people here lately that I'm getting everybody kind of confused. The name sounds very familiar. I'm just trying to put a in my mind put a face to it. Oh, you don't duck hunt? Okay, no issues, no problems. Love your rides through the swamp. Yeah, they're going to be a lot more frequent here shortly. Once it starts warming up and gotcha, Dustin. Now I got you. Okay, gotcha. Yes, 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 yes. I got you. How y'all doing? Y'all doing any good? Y'all, in that little place y'all have? Y'all and don't name don't name names. Just yes or no. You gain weight when visited due to the cobbler pies and sausage gravy and the sausage biscuits. Yeah, we don't name duck hunters are very particular about that. We don't like to name bodies of water where we hunt. Um, we got enough people riding around and uh, sky busting as it is. We don't need them congregating on top of us. Um, yeah, I just don't need it. You had that one push, they went out, and we don't have much on it. Yeah, man, I don't know where they're going. Unless they're headed to Florida already. Your dad and uncle and cousins used to duck hunt all the time. Okay. How cold is it up there right now, Irene? And do you have any ice? Hard to hide when you fish the lake. Yeah. 'Currently 28 degrees here right now. Are y'all have any ice whatsoever there, Jeff? In Pennsylvania, Irene, y'all have any ice where you're at in New York? Secretary, that's funny. No ice in Cleveland yet. Maybe a few thin spots. Okay. You trying to but it's yeah. Daddy Duck 365 for Secretary of the Interior and Wildman 307 Outdoors First Assistance. What's my favorite way to hunt woodies? Any way I can. I actually did a video on that, John. When I know that that's all I've got in my area, I have a certain way I set up on it. I got the video out. It's out there somewhere. Just go ahead and take a look at it. But I usually run two jerk strings. Summer duck. I call them summer ducks, but I know what you're saying when you say wood ducks or woodies. They make a lot of motion. They make a lot of commotion on the water. They're chasing each other and squealing and carrying on. And so I try to put as much motion as I can. During the early season, I'll run some spinning wings, but after the season starts kicking in, I'll take those spinning wings. If sometimes I won't even run them, or I will take them and get them into the buckbrush or under the trees. That way, when the ducks are flying by, they only get a glimpse of the wings. But I'm constantly running a jerk string. And I will tell you, tonight, this morning, I was running kind of late getting out there. I had very, very little time to set up, so I didn't even throw a jerk string, and it really wouldn't have mattered today because I probably didn't see 10 summer ducks. Fishing addiction. Congratulations on Mr. Palmetto Sports. I still haven't decided yet if I'm going to change the name to the Palmetto Sportsman or not. I'm still, I don't know yet. There was 4 of us, Dustin, and we killed one duck, one summer duck. I only shot one time. That was it. I shot one time. Like I said, I bet you I didn't see 10, maybe 15 ducks this morning. It was bad. John, did I answer your question? Did that help you out? For you guys that are coming in that are new to the channel, welcome. Thank you so much for your support. I have hit 500. And yes, there's refer away as well. Okay, cool, man. All right, we're on the same page. I'm now on the chase for the 1,000. That's, might as well say it, get it out there. So if you watch my videos, if you do like them, feel free to share them. Feel free to share them out to your friends. Thanks, Jeff. Appreciate that, man. But John, I always try to set up. I always try to set up as if I'm going to be hunting big ducks. For that, just in case I get mallards or black ducks that come in, I want to be ready for them. Miss Rebecca, how you doing? Thanks so much for coming in. Thank you so much for the congrats. I appreciate that. But I always try to set up for big ducks, but I'll take my jerk strings and kind of put them in under the trees and stuff. So it's like be like the summer ducks are chasing each other and squealing. And I do use a summer duck call as well. You've been watching, just been quiet. Okay. Well, it's the first time I ever known you to be quiet. Come on, chat. Whoa, almost had a mishap. It'd been kind of bad to drop my sweet tea now, wouldn't it? That's a crime down here in the South. How many decoys do I set out? Morgan, that's interesting. It kind of depends on what I'm seeing when I'm out scouting. If I see a handful of ducks, then I'll put out a handful. Party foul, yeah, really. So it all kind of depends and how big my hole is that I'm hunting. For instance, let's say I'm in the when me and Cody were hunting. There was one hole that 4 or 5 decoys would have been sufficient, and there was another hole that I could have put 2 dozen out in, and there was actually one place we hunted. We put out a little over 3 dozen because it was so wide open, and I wanted to spread everything out. So it kind of depends on where I'm at and what I'm hunting. If I'm strictly after summer ducks or wood ducks, I'm gonna have 2 jerk strings, so that's 8 decoys, 4 decoys on each string, and I may have maybe a half a dozen or less scattered around. So I'm the same way. All the boys that hunt around us pass shooting scout. Yes, sir. They do. I mean, I got nothing against pass shooting if they're in range. If they're 35, 40 yards right above the treetops, and then I got no problem with that. But when they're a little bit higher than that, and these boys come out there and start just blasting, hoping to kill something, the only thing they're doing is educating those birds. Number one, they're running them out. That's number two. And if they do get lucky and hit one, 9 times out of 10, they're not killing it outright, and that bird's going to wing down somewhere and is going to die, and you've just lost a resource. Spilling beer up here, firing line. Yeah. It's a hanging offense to spill sweet tea around here. Yeah, Tom. I mean, it's just it's crazy what I see and what I hear. I mean, this morning, like I said, I only saw 10 or 15 ducks. I'm not sitting there to tell you that 500 yards away from me where I couldn't see any ducks, that they weren't pouring in on some boys, but they must have shot 40 or 50 times. And I just don't see it. I mean, what were they shooting at? Number one, can they need to get to the range and learn how to shoot, or were they sky busting and shooting at ducks that they knew good and well they couldn't hit, and hoping and praying that they do? And it doesn't make any sense. Again, if you can't, I mean, the whole idea about duck hunting, yeah, you want to kill ducks, but you want to eat them as well, and you can't eat them if you can't find them, because they wing down 200 yards and get up under some stuff and dive on you or swim off where you can't find them. It just doesn't make any sense. Had a long conversation today with Ben this morning about that, and I mean, we had a long conversation about a lot of things, but he was amazed at all the shooting that was going on, and he didn't hardly see anything. What were they shooting at? Were they actually shooting at ducks, or were they shooting at starlings that were flying by? I mean, just doesn't make any sense. Hey, Rob, appreciate that. Appreciate you coming in. If you get a chance, come on back. I'll be on here for about another hour. If you can't, I do understand. What's the limit? 40, 50 shots is a lot. Yeah, you're right. The limit on summer ducks or wood ducks is 3. It's 3. Now, I will tell you, and Cody can attest to this, when you're hunting in the woods and in the swamps and stuff, you have only a split second to see the bird, recognize the bird, shoulder the gun, and fire. Literally a split second. They come in on you that fast. So missing is going to be common, even if they're close, because they just own you so fast. But the way they were shooting, you would have thought these ducks were lighting on top of their heads. Let's see here. I couldn't shoot a bird to save my caboose. That's why I don't know ducks. I appreciate that, Rob. Thank you. Yeah, you're right, Jay. I mean, you want the dog to see him. You want the dog to make the retrieve, and yeah, of course, that's all part of it. Yeah, well, I tell you what, when Cody came down, it was a whole new world for him, and he said it on his videos. I doubt very seriously, Claude. I just think there were some youngsters that you know they don't know, and or school was out today. Today was a holiday, so school was out today. So there's a lot of kids out there, and I'm quite sure that they don't buy their ammo. Yeah, I didn't hear any war. I didn't hear any water shots either, Dukes. Um, and I'm quite sure they were sky blasting. Shoulder beak, shoulder beak. Yeah, well, hey, not a problem. I just think that, like I said, I think there's a lot of youngsters that don't know or don't care, or they don't have to buy ammo. They're you know their parents buy them for them. You know, I guarantee if they had to buy a box of spend $30 for a box of shotgun shells, they'd think twice if they had to buy their own ammo. That's why I only shot once today, because everything else I just didn't even want to take the chance. John, I am quite sure that is one of the you know what, that is a great statement, because I do believe that, and I know for a fact that you can get summer ducks to decoy it. Now I've done it. I've done it, and they don't do it all the time. It's like any other duck; they don't do it all the time. But if they just want to sit there and try it, run some jerk lines, run some jerk strings. You know, yeah, they do, Ben. They do. They do. They see something flying fast, and they start shooting. I passed up on two ducks this morning that I know that I could have killed, but I recognized them as mergansers, and I just didn't want to shoot any mergansers this morning. Are you asking me, unpaved? John, you asking me? Use whistle calls and hand signals? I do. Well, when my dog was, before I retired her, yeah, I used all of it. Yes, it is getting hard to find, and you're right. One of our biggest sporting goods stores, friends of mine went there to go buy some shells, and I haven't heard back from them if they even got any, but I know for a fact they didn't have many left. I'm gonna have to take you up on that. I have plan on coming to see Cody. Hopefully, God willing, the river don't rise and the gas prices don't shoot up, to where you can't go anywhere. My plans are to go up there and hunt with Cody. Okay, Tom, appreciate you coming in, man. Thanks so much. And we got to get you there, man. If y'all do not have Tom Keltich and Everything Outdoors, um, y'all need to go check his channel out. Go ahead, Tom. If you're still in here, post your channel up. And M and K, if you're in here, post the channel up as well. And if I don't hear from y'all in a few minutes, I'll try to do it myself. But we got to get Tom up. We got to get Tom. We got to get him up. If y'all, like I said, if y'all don't have um, if y'all don't have Tom Keltich and everything outdoors, y'all need to support him. Cody, I didn't know if you were still here or what. Cody, if you can, I know you said something about going out to supper or something, but if you can, there we go. Tom did it. Appreciate that. Y'all check his channel out. Tom's real good people. I like Tom a lot. It reminds me of Yukon Cornelius from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Once you see his videos, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Hey, not a problem, Tom. Not a problem, bro. It is here too, Irene. It is going up. It's gone up almost 50 cents. Oh, you went to the store for a minute? Okay. It's gone up 50 cents in the past 2 weeks here. Well, Cody, if you got I'm assuming you're back at the house. Go ahead and post some channels up for some of the new people that are here that have come in. You can post some of the others' channels up because most of the guys in here that have YouTube channels and I support them, and I suggest you take a look at their channels. We have a great community, a really great community here, and it extends just beyond this. I mean, it even goes even further out. And these guys, they put their heart and soul. Was Cornelius the gold? Yes, he was the gold prospector. Yeah. Oh, you're on the road. Oh, okay. All right. All right. I would do it, but it'd take me an hour and a half to do it. You're right, Jay. I mean, really, seriously, there's a lot of people here that I've met. Um, that's how I met Cody, and we ended up hunting together this year. He came down here, and we ended up hunting together and had a really good time. Although he did get sick, um, I tried to kill him with some shrimp. At least that's what he says. I think he just brought it with him. I think he stopped at a convenience store and got a convenience store hot dog, and he just won't tell nobody. Morgan, you're right, man. There's a cool bunch of people here. You picked me up on JV's live stream. Hey, man, appreciate that. I'm telling you, Cody. I don't think we got you sick. I think you got sick way before you. I think you just was eating some convenience store hot dogs or something. Oh man, oh man. Tom said something the other day, and I find it to be true. It is amazing how fast time flies when you're in a good stream. Don't y'all think so? I mean, it was my bailout plan in case you were here. Hey, that was my wife saying, man. The first thing, he's not a serial killer, is he? I said, well, we wake up dead, we'll know. You had gas station food today. It was good. Oh, goodness. That's funny. Yeah, I live in Minnesota. You know, everybody I have met and talked to, off, not on the live streams, but I guess called offline, I guess is the word. Um, it's a lot of good people here. I mean, there really is. And we try to keep it. I do my best to keep it civil, and you know, yeah, it's 9 o'clock already. Yeah, really, seriously. Um, I want to keep it civil. I want to keep it interesting, and I want to, you know, I like it when I get questions, especially about duck hunting or some type of conservation stuff. I try to answer them best I can. If I don't know something, I'll tell you I don't know, and then I'll keep on. But I'm gonna find out. I got a lot of good ideas that are gonna be coming in. Um, After the duck season's over with, I do want to get through this first, and but I got some conservation videos that I'm working on. I'm already starting to work on them. I'm getting things and get in line to do some of that, and everything. If everything goes good, and the Bingo Bunch that always looks forward to Monday night. I look forward to Monday nights. I really do. I enjoy doing these. I had to take a break from it for a little while, for about a month, but I enjoy doing them. I like to see everybody come in and have a good time. Let's see here. John says, I learned a lot from duck hunting on my channel. My friend will take me out once I can spot and recognize each. Yes, it's very difficult. Let's see here. John, I don't know if they still sell this or not. But it's a little pamphlet. It's the um, it says the waterfowl and steel shot guide. But if you look into it, let's see here, we'll find some decent ducks. Um, it'll show you what they look like in flight and from a distance, and their flock formations and their wings, their difference between a drake and a hen. So you can't get you one of these copies. I've actually had this since I was a young teenager, and I've kept it. I gave it to my son when I started taking him duck hunting, so he could learn from it. And actually, I used to keep it in my gunning bag for years, just as a reference. Sometimes, So, boys, uh, let's see here. The boys went through withdrawals the month you took. I know, man. I'm sorry about that. It's just I kind of got overwhelmed with a lot of things, and we've talked about this over the phone, Jay. But I kind of got a little overwhelmed about some things, and I just had to take some time off. Hunker Down Outdoors. Hey, man, what's going on, brother? Welcome in. Yeah, you got to take a break every once in a while. You get burned out. You're right. Thanks, Jeff. Yeah, I've had that. I'm 55 years old, and you know, I've had that book since I was a young teenager. John, thanks for coming in. If you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up. You have a good night. God bless you, and you take care of yourself, brother. If you get down this way, let me know. You got a reference guide from ODNR. Okay, cool. Oh, let's see. Yeah, not much older, but I'm just referencing to how long I've had that book. You know, and nothing beats also experience and just getting out there and watching ducks fly. And nothing beats that experience. I'm quite sure that everybody. I mean, I can't even remember where I got that book from, where I picked it up at, but I know the SCDNR, South Carolina Department of Natural Resources here. They got pamphlets and online materials and whatnot. Well, just 55 too, double nickel. Yeah, check with DNR. I cannot even remember where I got that from. I've had it for so long. I'm gonna go ahead and put this up before I forget. Yeah. Sarah Boss, thanks for coming in. Stick around. Appreciate you coming in. Hit that thumbs up for me. Yeah, Claude, I know the feeling. Um, I travel all over the state for work, and um, I drive by some of these city ponds and stuff, and those ducks are just out there laughing. I know they are. Peterson Sibley, yes, yes, you're right, Irene. You are 100% right. Geese, how many geese do I get? I don't hunt geese anymore, Morgan. We just don't have enough to get really into it. Um, do I belong to a local sporting club or hall? No, sir, I do not. I do not. Now, if you're talking about like Ducks Unlimited and Delta Waterfowl, then yes, but those are nationals. But as far as local stuff, no. I just don't. Rob's back. Welcome back, Rob. That was a fast trip. I'm trying to think if we got any other reference. There's several. I mean, there's several big books out there. The one called the Atlantic Flyway, and I know they got one called the Mississippi Flyway. They don't call you the field guide for nothing. You got that right, y'all. Again, y'all want to see some pretty country, then you need to go and check out the Field Guides channel. She does a wonderful job, and some of the scenery that she videos is just absolutely breathtaking. Um, it is unbelievable. Y'all need to go check her out. The Field Guide. That is the first thing I did there. Oh, thanks, Sarah. If you're still here, I just saw your comment. I'm sorry. Took my eyes off the chat for just a second. Yeah, she's cool. Let's see here. Yeah, getting back to Morgan's question, Morgan, we just don't have enough geese here for me to hunt. I do have some goose decoys, and I do have a goose call. I know how to run a goose call. They're an opportunistic. Opportunistic. That's not even a word, but it's if we see them, and if we're in a part of the state where we can hunt them, then yeah, I'll call to them and try to get them in. But I very seldom. I'm hunting up in the swamp so much that we just don't see the geese there. They're not there, and if they were there, we couldn't hunt them because the area they're in, it's closed. Um, but if I had geese, and that like y'all, like a lot of the western states do, then yeah, I would definitely hunt them. My favorite goose to hunt, by the way, if anybody wants to know, is a speckle belly. I love to hunt speckle bellies, but they're a western bird. When I do make trips to Arkansas or Texas or whatnot, I do like to get it. If I have a chance, I want to go after speckle bellies because I do love them. They're great eating. They're a great eating bird. Well, they're the best eating goose out there, and they decoy real well. They you can call to them real well. You know, I like them. Long necks are fun to shoot. Yes, yeah. I'm not saying they're not. They are, but we just don't have enough. I'm going to take your word for it, there, Irene. I for some reason I just can't even pronounce it right now. We have lots of geese up here at times. Yeah, yeah. Y'all got a good area. Yeah, hunker down. I really um um I like to hunt them, regular geese. But I really want to get back out there, out west, and shoot some specks. They just taste so good. Why do Canada geese taste so different from bird to bird? It's diet, whatever, if they've been on corn, then they're going to taste a whole lot better. Sunshine Cooper, how you doing? Welcome. Um, but if they've been eating like grass, like they're in a wheat field, or they've been eating grass, they're going to taste different. It's just their diet. How are you? Long time? Yeah, it has been a long time, Sunshine. It's been a very, very long time. It seems like each time I see that you had a live, I was in the middle of something and I couldn't get over there, and I apologize for that. So since Sunshine is in here, we'll just say "Cómo está?" Yeah, you should, Irene. Y'all still got a lot of geese where you're at. I mean, and see, that's another thing. We just haven't had enough cold up in the Northeast to drive the ducks and geese down. You know, I'm glad you did too, Sunshine. I appreciate you coming. Um, and that's crazy because I mean, these birds should already be south of y'all. We just don't have the weather to push them. And ducks and geese both. If it doesn't matter, really matter how cold it gets. If they got open water and a food source, man, they're gonna stay right where they're at. Oh, there'll be a few that migrate, don't get me wrong, but if they've got open water and food, they ain't going nowhere. And honestly, Jeff, I would really like to see Erie just freeze up, lock up, because that will drive our ducks down. Spring started yesterday where you're at, Rob. What are you talking about? Well, Rob, let me ask you something. And don't name any bodies of water, but are you seeing a lot of ducks when you go out fishing? Yeah, it's just crazy. They just need to and you got something like that, and they're worried about. They need to let the hunters do the thinning out. I know, Jeff. It hadn't been that way in years. Heard a lot of gunfire. You just not, are you seeing? I mean, uh, are you seeing any ducks though? I'm just kind of curious because I'm wondering if because we did have a big push of ducks that came in, and but they're gone. So they have one or two things. They either migrated back north or they migrated further south. I would put them in Georgia or Florida. So I'm quite sure the teal they would push on through. Uh, the ice in your sweet tea is fine, wild man. Oh, that's funny. Yep, mine too, Rob. And I do have my Margaritaville cup tonight. Oh, there we go. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. And yes, that is real sweet tea. Nothing in it. Nothing else in it. You see a few, but you don't recognize them enough to know what them. Okay. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is uh, my actually my second glass of sweet tea today. I'm cutting back and drinking a lot more water. Well, thank you, Rob, for saying that. Because I can't tell you how many times I've had fishermen fish right through my decoys. I mean, seriously. Um, you know, I got it as public water, and you can go where you want to. I understand that. Trust me, I do understand that. But when you're duck hunting, you just can't pick up and move that easily. Dropping 29 on Wednesday and 40 on Friday, then 19 on Sunday. We need snow. It's dry. See, as long as ducks can get to feed and they got open water, they don't need to go anywhere. Yeah, I know. I know. It's gonna be 60 degrees next week. It's crazy. How do you feel about water skiers? Oh, you're asking Rob. It does, Sarah. I mean, I respect fishermen. When I'm coming out of the swamp or if I'm riding the lakes and stuff, whether doesn't matter what time of year it is. I see a fisherman, I slow down. If he's bass fishing or fishing on the side or even on a normal boat run, I slow down to a crawl because I respect them. It just gives them the respect, and I try to get away from as far over as I can, depending on what area they're in. But yeah, just respect goes a long ways. It's cold in the Philippines. Yeah, yeah. We just haven't had the weather. John, we just haven't had the weather. I mean, Sarah, last week, I was hunting late. I stayed a lot longer than I normally do, and I was coming out, and I was in some very very tight timber in some of the boat trails, and I looked ahead, which I always do, and I saw a group of kayakers, and you know, um, had I not been paying more attention, I would have probably ran them over. And not wanting to. Don't misunderstand it. Um, but you know, um, but I did slow down, and everything was good. But you know, um, have you ever been to the Philippines? Yes, I have. I was stationed Dito, Subic Bay. I've actually done some duck hunting in the Philippines while I was there. Yeah, Rob, we don't see the manatees like y'all do. Of course, we do see them on occasion, like I was saying earlier. Um, and there's some areas that are along our coast that have signs put up, to warn boat traffic when they do come in. Yes, it is, John. So, John, what's your favorite? Just out of curiosity, what's your favorite Filipino food? Have I ever eaten balut? Yes, I have eaten balut. And there's only one way to eat balut, and that is in the Philippines at 3 o'clock in the morning with a San Miguel in your hand, and when the balut man comes walking by. Lumpia, yeah, lumpia is good. I like baboy adobo, which is basically a pig stew. 18-day balut. No, I just made Sunshine Cooper laugh. Oh, any questions tonight? Ask me anything about duck hunting. Well, John, I didn't know that. Do you know if the resident ducks attract migratory ducks to the same area? Okay, that's an interesting question. Um, yes. Um, yes, they will. And I'm not sure where you're from, Claude. But we have here in not just South Carolina, but um, other states as well, especially on the Atlantic Flyway that has duck impoundments. Um, the duck impoundments, and they actually release ducks. Now these ducks are they're not wild ducks, and they're like third and fourth generation removed, and those ducks will attract migratory birds. Question: could you name the title of your duck book again? Missed it the first time. You know, um, Irene, are you talking about this little pamphlet? Hey, Tubby, how you doing, buddy? Welcome. Yeah, tame ducks, tamies, and hunker down knows what I'm talking about. Illinois. Okay. Um, yeah, resident ducks will attract migratory birds. Yes. Are you talking about this book, Irene? This little small one? Let me know. Um, let's see. Looking for a duck boat to hunt the river. Any suggestions? I think they quit banning them. Jay, do y'all have deep rivers, shallow rivers? What do you got? Um, you know, the as far as boats and as the crew that you normally take, I'd get the biggest you can get. To be quite honest. Okay, Irene, give me a second. Um, I have an 18-foot. I have an 18-foot Go Devil boat with a 35 Go Devil mud motor, and although I could probably carry 4 people in my boat, I would not hunt 4 people in the boat. I would only hunt at max 3, and that includes myself. Um, and if you got a deep river, then I would, unless you think you're going to be running through some very, very shallow water, I would get an outboard motor, at least a 30 or above, because of the crew that you carry and the gear that you got. Um, I would definitely get the biggest boat motor that you can get. And if you're asking a brand name, um, man, there's so many out there. War Eagle makes a great boat. Um, I mean, there's so many great boats out there, but definitely aluminum and definitely welded. That's what I would get. I hunt where there's a lot of stumps and logs and cypress knees and grass and mud. So I would go with a mud. I stick with a mud motor. But for example, I got an 1848 boat, and if I was to come to where you were at, um, I would only carry 3 people in the boat if we had to hunt in the boat, and I would only carry 3 people, and that includes myself. It's only two, only 2 other hunters could go with me. I've carried up to 5 before, but once we got to where we were going, um, we got out of the boat and hunted out of the boat. Yamaha makes a great motor. Suzuki, Honda. I'm a Mercury man myself, but that's just me. Um, and let me get back to cheap is the key word. I will tell you this: the best day in your life is the best and worst day of your life is the day you buy your first boat. That is the best and worst day of your life. The second best and worst day of your life is when you sell that boat, because you're always going to run into some kind of problems. But I would definitely get. I mean, you can look them up and try to find yourself a used one, but you're going to have somebody else's, headaches with it. I mean, this is just called the Federal's Waterfowl and Steel Shot Guide. Can you see that? This is the one I have. This was put out by in conjunction with Federal and the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. Lord, I hate a Mercury. It's funny. I just run mud motors so much. I've been running a mud motor and boat for so long that I don't want anything else. When I had a Mercury 25, and it was one of the fastest motors on the lake. Man, I loved that thing. But I kept knocking the lower unit off of it because of the stumps and stuff. So I switched over to a mud motor when they first started coming out. Oh, okay. I've never seen this. I don't ever remember seeing another pamphlet like this, by the way. So you've gotten so accustomed to it, it's a. So you've gotten so accustomed to it, it say I could nature. Okay. Um, maybe I'm not reading that correctly, Sarah. Sorry. Uh, yeah, Evinrude don't make motors anymore. You can't. I don't. It's hard enough to find parts for them. Okay, Irene. Yeah, if you can find them, that'd be cool. But I think most of your DNRs do them now. So, and I'm quite sure you can get on U.S. Fish and Game and find one, a more updated. Like I said, I've had that thing for forever and a day. Yeah, I never did like a white motor. I just always seem to have problems. Hard to beat free. Yeah, ain't that the truth? Okay, what brand of shell do you find that patterns the best out of my shotgun? Trapper J, welcome, man. Thanks so much. What kind of shells do I shoot? Okay, so I shoot 3 gauges, Wyatt. I shoot a 20 gauge and I shoot a 16 gauge and yes, ma'am. You're right. Yes, I got you now. Okay, I got you now, Sarah. I shoot a 20 gauge, a 16 gauge, and a 12 gauge. All right, hunker down outdoors. You take care of yourself, man. Thanks so much for coming in. So on my 20 gauge, I found that federal black cloud ammunition patterns really good out of my 20 gauge. This year, I tried some 20 gauge bismuth, which I really like. It was made by the Heavy Shot bismuth. It did really well. But if I can't get that Heavy Shot bismuth or Boss ammunition, then I definitely will stick with Federal Black Cloud in for my 20 gauge. Now my 16 gauge is a Belgian Browning 16. It's not the sweet 16. It's the standard with a fixed full choke. And there's only two shells I'll shoot out, two shots I'll shoot out of it. One's lead or either uh, bismuth. And because you can't shoot lead at ducks, you can only shoot non-toxic shot. I've been shooting Heavy Shot bismuth out of it, number 4s, which I've pattern's really great. I love it. Now on my 12 gauge, I normally shoot Federal Black Cloud, but I am trying to switch over to bismuth. I really want to go to bismuth with all my guns. I think they just pattern a whole lot better. As far as the 12 gauge, 2 3/4 number 5s seem to work really well in bismuth on my 12. 2 3/4 5s for my 16 gauge seem to do really well, and the 2 3/4 5s for my 20 gauge seem to do really well. It's just bismuth is very expensive, and just can't afford to buy a lot of it. I hope that it kind of somewhat answered your question. Wyatt, did that answer your question? I hope, sort of, kind of. If you're asking choke tubes, I've been shooting uh, Vortex choke tubes, except for my 16, which is a fixed full choke, and I can't put a choke tube in it. Yeah, it's expensive, Wyatt. I mean, there's no if and buts about it. And steel shot is getting, it's going to be getting even more expensive. Well, thanks, Rebecca. I appreciate that. But I will tell you, Wyatt, I don't know if you shot lead at ducks before back in the day, before we had to switch over to non toxic. And bismuth is as close to shooting lead as you can get. And when you're on, you're killing ducks. There's no none of this wounding them and they're flying off. You're actually killing them. I appreciate that, Rebecca. I really do. Let's see here. There you go, Mud Tramp. I appreciate that. Backwoods Barbarian, power is back. All right, awesome. Yeah, it's yeah. You're right, Wyatt. When I was growing up, 2 3/4 number fives was the duck killing. That was it. That was in lead. Um, but yeah, the steel. What happens is it when they first came out with it, they didn't have the recipes right, and it wasn't going. And it just doesn't have the knockdown power. And I'm not saying you can't shoot ducks with steel. Of course you can. It's done every day. But I think that you get something that's more comparable to lead, and you got that with bismuth, you'll kill more ducks. And Jay, I don't know. I don't know if I'm quite sure some studies have been done. I'll have to do some research on that. Um, but I'm gonna be quite honest to you. The only lead poisoning I ever seen in a duck was one that I killed. You know what I'm saying? Um, I've never seen it, and I know some people who say they have seen it. I'm not going to, call them out or anything. They said they see it, they saw it. I've got no reason to doubt them, but I personally have never seen ducks with lead poisoning. But I do know that if your steel cripples, when you're shooting steel, you get a lot more cripples. Um, and again, that goes back to guys that are sky busting. And I'll tell you what it is. I mean, it's very, very simple. If you go back into my archives and into my older videos, you'll see a video called, I believe I called it the 35-yard balloon trick. And what I did is I took 2 balloons filled full of helium, and I put them on a rod and reel fishing line, and I reeled out 35 yards of fishing line. And then I videoed those big balloons. I mean, they were big Mylar balloons. Put them up in the sky and videoed it at a close up and at a wide angle, and they look farther than 35 yards. And I think a lot of people watch YouTube, watch our videos, watch our YouTube videos. It looks like we're killing ducks at 70, 80 yards when in fact they're 35 to 40 yards. It's just the camera. There's no backdrop to make those balloons or those ducks. There's nothing in the back. They're usually shooting in an open sky, so they look smaller and they look farther away in a camera's eye when when in fact they're 35, 40 yards, which is killing range. But they see this and they think that they can shoot them out 70, 80 yards. And unfortunately, there are some channels out there that promote, I killed one at 60, 70 yards, and I'm killing geese at 70 yards, 80 yards. I mean, I'm not saying it can't be done. It can be done. Certainly it can be done. But you shouldn't do it because you risk the chance of making more cripples. And I would rather miss an opportunity and not pull the trigger, excuse me, than have one fly off and die later. A pretty horrible death because, I mean, I don't like, we kill animals. That's what we do, we catch fish. Now, some people release their fish. I don't. I eat fish. So I keep my fish. I kill ducks. I kill deer. I kill turkeys. And if I got one that's wounded, I take care of that as quickly as I can, and whatever means I can, because I don't want you don't want them to suffer. I want a clean, ethical kill. And you're wounding these birds, and they fly off, and you just lost a whole generation. Let's see here. Yeah, ain't that the truth? Hey, Dunlap, how you doing? I didn't duck hunt when the lead was used, but I have seen ducks get smashed close range with steel, hit the water, shake it off, fly away. Yeah. Jay, we had one do that this morning. The only duck we shot this morning, I mean, it was hit hard. He crumpled up, hit the water, and was swimming just as fast as he could. And we got him. We had to chase him. We didn't have a dog. We were hunting in some what we call cut grass, sawgrass. It would eat the paws right off a dog's foot. And I'm not putting a dog through that. But he was still alive, and we had to chase him down, and we finally got him, and we had to take care of business. But that's right. Yeah, there's nothing better when it's done right. Let's see here. I was always taught, don't shoot if unsure. I'm not a hunter, but the concept applies. That you're right. You're 100% right. You're 100% right, Backwoods. 80K, man. How's it going, buddy? And yeah, you're right. You're right, Rebecca. Unless the fish was just too small. But yeah, we I don't go out and catch 100 fish and keep all 100. I may catch 100, but I'm not going to keep 100. I'm just going to keep what I can eat. Some micro. Yeah, that was a cool little video though. That was a little bitty minnows you were catching. Yeah, 80K. I have some very good friends of mine that are allergic to fish, and Oh my goodness. Well, guys, we're coming up on 2 hours, and I'm going to be calling it quits here in just a few minutes. I've had a great time with y'all. Thanks for coming in, and to every one of you, a special thanks to everybody in here. I got to my 500. At least I think I'm still at 500. I haven't checked. But I really appreciate each and every one of you that have come in. If I got anybody in here, oh, you missed the update. Okay. Backwoods, I've lost. I lost two more pounds, and as far as that goes, I did 7 miles last week, and I've already done 2 miles for this week. And as far as the weight loss that I'm trying to do, I hit my 500 before I even came in tonight. I was already at 500. So I'm happy about that. I hope I get a few more before the night's over with. Like to have some buffer there. I'm quite sure every one of y'all know what I'm talking about. And yeah, it was a good day, man. I only lost 2, but hey, you know, it is what it is. I'm still at 500. Thanks a lot, Jeff. But anyway, guys, I appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks for watching my channels and watching my videos and watching my live streams. We're going to continue. I got another video coming out that I did earlier this year on a duck hunt. It's going to be coming out Wednesday. So that'll be coming out. And okay, wait a minute. Had a blast. Congrats on 500, my friend. We'll be sending you and Cody springtime info tomorrow. All right. Thanks, Jay. Appreciate that. Good night. Mud Tramp, I appreciate that. I really do. I really do appreciate that. But anyway, guys, I'm going to call it a night. I do got to work tomorrow. And y'all take care. And we will see y'all next time on Daddy Duck 365.